Hello wonderful English learners, welcome back to my channel, and this video is all about direct and indirect speech. Without any further delay, let's get started. Here comes our direct and indirect speech. The very first point is two ways of saying what someone else said in the past. It is not our words, it's somebody's words that said in the past. Reported speech, like a news reporter reporting others. Indirect speech is also called as reported speech. It's like a reporter. We often watch news channel. Over there, some reporters would report other persons in their own words. It's like reporting others. When we write a direct speech, we always put a quotation mark. Direct speech shows a person's exact word. So we gotta put these exact words in a quotation mark. So it could be easy for us to figure out that this sentence is in direct speech. Let's check some little difference between said with told. Said can be used with any type of speech and is not followed by an indirect object. But we use told to say who we being spoken to. For instance, Ria told me that she was hungry. Here comes 3 steps to convert a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Change the pronouns. We have to check a sentence. For instance, I write poetry, she said. She said that she wrote poetry. So here I changed into she. Next, backshift the tense. Let's take the same sentence as an example. I write poetry, she said. Write. It's in simple present form, so it changes into simple past form of. For instance, she said that she wrote poetry. Write, wrote. Backshift the tenses. Next, change the time and place expression. For instance, now changes into then, ago changes into before. Next comes the backshifting of tenses. In direct speech, present simple changes into past simple. Present continuous changes into past continuous. Present perfect changes into past perfect. Past simple changes into past perfect. Past continuous changes into past perfect continuous. So present simple write changes into wrote. Present continuous am doing changes into was doing. Present perfect have gone changes into had gone. Past simple saw changes into had seen. Past continuous were living changes into had been living. So in this case, we have to be well thorough with tenses in the first place. Tenses, its formula, and how to express them in a sentences. We have to be well familiar with tenses in the first place in order to understand direct and indirect speech. Next, let's check some changes. Must changes into had to. If there is must in direct speech sentence, while you are converting it into indirect speech, must changes into had to. Next, will changes into would. Will, would. Can changes into could. Shall changes into should. May to might. You have to keep these in your mind. Many of the students would confuse in the first word must. Try to by heart it. Must changes into had to. Just write it in your notebook. Must always changes into had to. And will changes into would, can to could, shall to should, may to might. And other changes are really easy. You can understand. Next, there are some other changes as well. Let's see them as well. This evening changes into that evening. This evening changes into that evening. Today to yesterday. These to those. Now to then. A week ago. A week before. Last week changes into the previous week. Here changes into there. Next week changes into the following week. Tomorrow changes into the following day or next day. In order to recall them, you have to read them regularly, so it could be easy for you to write them when you convert a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Here, the next week always changes into the following week. Next week is in the future form, so it changes into the following week. Tomorrow, future, the following day. You have to remember these two. So let's convert a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. First is direct speech sentence. Sarah said. The direct speech is in what Sarah said exactly inside the quotation. I drink black coffee every morning. So this sentence is in present simple. I drink black coffee every morning. Present simple about routines and habits. So I drink black coffee every morning. It's Sarah's routine. Let's change it into past simple. Sarah said that she drank black coffee every morning. There is a typo error, B-L-A-C-K. Sarah said that she, I changed into she. Drink, past present tense changed into past tense, drank black coffee every morning. So two changes takes place here. Pronoun and back shifting of tenses. Let's check some other examples as well. Direct speech. Justin said, I am learning to play the guitar. Whenever you see ing in the verb, automatically you could assume this sentence is in continuous form. So Justin said, I am learning to play the guitar. I am. So it is in present continuous tense. So present continuous changes into past continuous. I am changes into he was, because you have to change the pronoun in the first place. Justin said, I am learning to play the guitar. Justin said that he was learning to play the guitar. I just mixed the boy's name. It's Justin in the direct speech. It's Naveen in indirect speech. Not a problem. So back shifting of tenses. I am learning changes into he was learning. Next comes another example. Direct speech. I quit my job a week ago. He confessed to his wife. I quit my job a week ago. So it's in the past tense. I quit my job a week ago. He confessed to his wife. This sentence is in past simple. So according to the rule, past simple changes into past perfect. He confessed to his wife that he had quit his job a week before. Past perfect formula is had. So here I pronoun changed I into he and back shifting of tenses takes place. A week ago changes into week before. Three changes takes place in this sentence. Pronoun, back shifting of tenses, as well as expression and time. You have to understand or you have to be familiar with every tense's formula, each and every tense's formula. Let's check some another example. Direct speech. Hema didn't come to work yesterday. The manager told me. Here the sentence is in past simple. So this sentence is in negative form. Hema didn't come to work yesterday. The manager told me. When we change this sentence into indirect speech, we have to change the tense from past simple to past perfect tense. The manager told me that Hema hadn't come to work the previous day. Yesterday changed into the previous day or the day before. So the past simple is in negative form and the past perfect tense is also in the negative form. Here comes another example. The kid told his parents, I was watching TV and the power went out. So this sentence is in past continuous and as well as in past simple. Two sentences are there, two tenses are there as well. The kid told his parents, I was watching TV and the power went out. I was watching TV is in past continuous. The power went out is in past simple. So when there is a past continuous in the sentence, it changes into past perfect continuous. The kid told his parents that he had been watching TV and the power had gone out. Past simple changes into past perfect. The power had gone out is the past perfect tense here. And the kid told his parents that he had been watching TV is past perfect continuous here. So this past continuous changes into past perfect continuous. Next sentence is I can speak 4 languages. Chad boasted. I can. So can changes into could. Chad boasted that he could speak 4 languages. This can changes into could according to the rule. The next sentence is Max said we may go to Japan on vacation. This sentence is in direct speech. Let's convert this sentence into indirect speech. Max said that they may changed into might, go to Japan on vacation. Here we changed into they and may changed into might according to our rule. Here comes the very crucial example, direct speech. His driving instructor told him, you must obey traffic laws. Let's change this sentence to indirect speech. His driving instructor told him that he had to obey. Must changed into had to obey traffic laws. His driving instructor told him that he had to obey traffic laws. sentence, her father said you should take your studies more seriously. Her father said you should take your studies more seriously. Let's convert this sentence into indirect speech. Her father said that she should take her studies more seriously. Here there is no backshifting. Should remains should, could remains should, and would remains would. So in this direct and indirect speech, two tenses remains the same as always. Past perfect remains past perfect always. Past perfect continuous remains past perfect continuous always. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please keep supporting and subscribe